Truth. Hey chat, how you doing? Sorry, just finished eating. This stream is a little earlier than normal. Why? Because I have things to do after this. So, uh, well, that's pretty funny. Welcome to day 67 of our daily 1 year Bible read. Thank you for joining me. I wonder why that happens. It's like immediately when I turn this thing on, I start looking sleepy. Hey, but welcome to the stream. It's day 67. 67 days in a row. 67 days in a row. 67 days in a row. And we back in there. Hey, what's up, Cash? Welcome back, bro. Welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome back, bro. It's day 67 of our 1 year Bible read. And without further ado, because I do have something to do after this, I have to, make my way downtown walking fast, reading through the word today. We will enjoy our word today though. So what was coming from Numbers 10:1 through 11, ending on verse 23. Then Mark 14:1 through 21. And then following it up with Psalms 51, 1 through 19. And Proverbs 10:31 through 32. Um, and those are our verses for tonight. So if you want to go ahead and if you got your own book, you want to read along with me, you got it. So Numbers 10:1 through 11, ending on verse 23. Chat, don't forget to like the stream. As soon as you join, don't forget to like the stream. And without further ado, it's day 67 of our 1 year Bible read. And thank you for joining me. And let's get into our word today. So Numbers 10:1 through 11, ending in verse 23. Now the Lord said to Moses, make two trumpets of hammered silver for calling the community to assemble, and for signaling the breakout of a camp. When both trumpets are blown, everyone must gather before you at the entrance of the tabernacle. But if only one trumpet is blown, then only the leaders, the heads of the clans of Israel, must present themselves to you. When you sound the signal to move on, the tribes camped on the east side of the tabernacle must break camp and move forward. When the sound, when you sound the signal a second time, the tribes camped on the south side will follow. You must sound short blasts as a signal for moving on. But when you call the people to an assembly, blow the trumpets with a different signal. Only the priest, Aaron, descendants, and are allowed to blow the trumpets. This is a permanent law for you to be observed from generation to generation. When you arrive in your own land and go to war against your enemies who attack you, sound the alarm with the trumpets. Then the Lord your God will remember you and rescue you from your enemies. Blow the trumpets in times of gladness, too, sounding them at your annual festivals at the beginning of each month, and blow the trumpets over your burnt offerings and peace offerings. The trumpets will remind your God of his covenant with you. I am the Lord your God. In the second year after Israel's departure from Egypt, on the 20th day of the second month, the cloud lifted from the tabernacle of the covenant. So the Israelites set out from the wilderness of Sinai and traveled on from place to place until the cloud stopped in the wilderness of Paran. When the people set out for the first time, following the instructions of the Lord had given through Moses, Judah's troops led the way. They marched behind their banner, and their leader was Nahshon, son of Aminadab. They were joined by the troops of the tribe of Issachar, led by Nathaniel, son of Zuar, and the troops of the tribe of Zebulun, led by Eliab, son of Helon. Then the tabernacle was taken down, and the Gershonite and Merarite divisions of the Levites were next in line of march carry, up were next in the line of march carrying the tabernacle with them. Reuben's troops went next, marching behind their banner. Their leader was Elizur, son of Shedeur. They were joined by the troops of the tribe of Simeon, led by Shelumiel, son of Jerusadai, and the troops of the tribe of God, led by Elisab, son of Duel. Sorry, Chad, I struggle with these names sometimes. Next came the Kohathite division of the Levites, carrying the sacred pieces from the tabernacle. Before they arrived at the next camp, the tabernacle would already be set up at its new location. Ephraim's troops went next, marching behind their banner. Their leader was Elishama, son of Amihud. They were joined by the troops of the tribe of Manasseh, led by Gamaliel, son of Pedazur, and the troops of the tribe of Benjamin, led by Abidan, son of Gideoni. Dan's troops went last, marching behind the banner and serving as the rear guard for all the tribal camps. Their leader was Ahizar, son of Ammishaddai. They were joined by the troops of the tribe of Asher, led by Pagiel, son of Achran, and the troops of the tribe of Naphtali, led by Ahira, son of Enan. This was the order in which the Israelites marched, division by division. One day, Moses said to his brother in law, Hobab, son of Ruel, the Midianite, "We are on our way to the place the Lord promised us. For he said, I will give it to you. Come with us, and we will treat you well, for the Lord has promised wonderful blessings for Israel." But Hobab replied, "No, I will not go. I must return to my own land and family. Please don't leave us," Moses pleaded. "You know the places in the wilderness where we should camp. Come be our guide. If you do, we'll share with you all the blessings the Lord gives us." They marched for 3 days after leaving the mountain of the Lord, with the ark of with the ark of the Lord's covenant moving ahead of them to show them where to stop and rest. As they moved on each day, the cloud of the Lord's hovering over them. And whenever the ark set out, Moses would shout, "Arise, O Lord, and let your enemies be scattered. Let them flee before you." And when the ark was set down, he would say, "Return, O Lord, to the countless thousands of Israel." Soon the people began to complain about their hardship, and the Lord heard everything they said. Then the Lord's then the Lord's anger blazed against them, and he sent a fire to rage among them, and he destroyed some of the people in the outskirts of the camp. Then the people screamed to Moses for help, and when he prayed to the Lord, the fire stopped. After that, the area was known as Teperah, which means the place of burning, because fire from the Lord had burned among them there. Then the foreign rabble, then the foreign rabble who were traveling with the Israelites began to crave the good things of Egypt. And the people of Israel also began to complain. "Oh, for some meat," they exclaimed. "We remember the fish we used to eat for free in Egypt, and we had all the cucumbers, melons, leeks, onions, and garlic we wanted. But now our appetites are gone. All we ever see is manna." The manna looked like a small coriander seeds, and it was pale yellow like gum resin. The people would go out and gather it from the ground. They made flour by grinding it with hand mills or pounding it in mortars. Then they boiled it in a pot and made it into flat cakes. These cakes tasted like pastries baked with olive oil. The manna came down on the camp with dew during the night. Moses heard all the families standing in the doorways of the tents whining, and the Lord became extremely angry. Moses was also very aggravated. And Moses said to the Lord, "Why are you treating me, your servant, so harshly? Have mercy on me. What did I do to deserve the burden of all these people? Did I give birth to them? Did I bring them into the world? Why did you tell me to carry them in my arms like a mother carries a nursing baby? How can I carry them to the land you swore to give their ancestors? Where am I supposed to get meat for all these people? They keep whining to me, saying, 'Give us meat to eat.' I can't carry all these people by myself. The load is far too heavy. If this is how you intend to treat me, just go ahead and kill me. Do me a favor and spare me this misery." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Gather before me 70 men who are recognized as elders and leaders of Israel. Bring them to the tabernacle to stand there with you. I will come down and talk to you there. I will take some of the spirit that is upon you, and I will put the spirit upon them also. They will they will bear the burden of the people along with you, so you do not have to carry it alone. And say to the people, 'Purify yourselves, for tomorrow you will have meat to eat.' You were whining, and the Lord heard you when you cried, 'Oh, for some meat. We were better off in Egypt.' Now the Lord will give you meat, and you will have it to eat. And it won't be just for a day or two, or for 5 or 10, or even 20. You will eat it for a whole month, until you gag and are sick of it. For you have rejected the Lord, who is here among you, and you have whined to him, saying, 'Why did we ever leave Egypt?'" But Moses responded to the Lord, "There were 600,000 foot soldiers here with me, and yet you say, 'I will give them meat for a whole month.' Even if we butchered all our flocks and herds, would that satisfy them? Even if we caught all the fish in the sea, would that be enough?" Then the Lord said to Moses, "Has my arm lost its power? Now you will see whether or not my word comes true." Ooh, ooh, oh man, oh man. Have we I'm not gonna lie, chat. Has anybody been there? Has anybody been there before? You've been upset? Okay, now, okay, chat. Let's get into Mark 14, 1 through 21. It was now 2 days before Passover and the festival of the unleavened bread. The leading priests and teachers of religious law were still looking for an opportunity to capture Jesus and secretly kill him. But not during the Passover celebration, they agreed, or the people may riot. Meanwhile, Jesus was in Bethany at the home of Simon, a man who had previously had leprosy. While he was eating, a woman came in with a beautiful alabaster jar of expensive perfume made from the essence of nard. She broke open the jar and poured the perfume over his head. Some of those at the table were indignant. Why waste such expensive perfume? They they asked. It could have been sold for a year's wages and the money given to the poor. So they scolded her harshly. But Jesus replied, "Leave her alone. Why criticize her for doing such a good thing to me? You will always have the poor among you, and you can help them whenever you want to, but you will not always have me. She has done what she could and has anointed my body for burial ahead of time. I tell you the truth, wherever the good news is preached throughout the world, this woman's deed will be remembered and discussed." Then Judas Iscariot, one of the 12 disciples, went to the leading priests to arrange to betray Jesus to them. They were delighted when they heard why he had come, and they promised to give him money. So he began looking for an opportunity to betray Jesus. On the first day of the festival of the unleavened bread, when the Passover lamb is sacrificed, Jesus' disciples asked him, "Where do you want us to go to prepare for the Passover meal for you?" So Jesus sent them So Jesus sent two of them into Jerusalem with these instructions: As you go into the city, a man carrying a pitcher of water will meet you. Follow him. At the house he enters, say to the owner, the teacher asks, "Where is the guest room where I can eat the Passover meal with my disciples?" He will take you upstairs to a large room that is already set up. That is where you should prepare our meal. So the two disciples went into the city and found everything just as Jesus had said, and they prepared the Passover meal there. In the evening, Jesus arrived with the 12. As they were at the table eating, Jesus said, "I tell you the truth. One of you eating with me here will betray me." Greatly distressed, each one of them asked in turn, "Am I the one?" He replied, "It is one of you, 12, who is eating from this bowl with me. For the Son of Man must die, as the scriptures declared long ago. But how terrible it would be for the one who betrays him. It would be far better for the man if he had never been born." And now, chat, Psalms 51, 1 through 19. Have mercy on me, O God, because of your unfailing love, because of your great compassion. Blot out the stains of my sins. Wash me clean from my guilt. Purify me from my sin, for I recognize my rebellion. It haunts me day and night. Against you, and you alone, I sinned. I have done what is evil in your sight. You will be proved right in what you say. Your judgment against me is just. For I was born a sinner. Yes, from the moment my mother conceived me, but you desired honesty from the womb, teaching me wisdom even there. Purify me from my sins, and I will be clean. Wash me, and I will be whiter than snow. Oh, give me back my joy again. You have broken me. Now let me rejoice. Don't keep looking at my sins. Remove the stains of my guilt. Create me in a clean heart, O God. Renew a loyal spirit within me. Do not banish me from your presence, and don't take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore me, restore to me the joy of your salvation, and make me willing to obey you. Then I will teach your ways to rebels, and they will return to you. Forgive me for shedding blood, O God, who saves. Then I will joyfully sing for your forgiveness. Unseal my lips, O Lord, that my mouth may praise you. You do not desire sacrifice, or I would offer one. You do not want a burnt offering. You do not want a burnt offering. The sacrifice you desire is a broken spirit. You will not reject a broken and repentant heart, O God. Look with favor on Zion and help her. Rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. Then you'll be pleased with the sacrifices offered in the right spirit, with burnt offerings and whole burnt offerings. Then bulls will again be sacrificed on your altar. And now, chat, Proverbs 10:31 through 32. The mouth of the godly person gives wise advice, though the tongue that deceives will be cut off. The lips of the godly speak helpful words, but the mouth of the wicked speaks perverse words. And now, chat, restoration of salvation, joy. Restoration of salvation, joy. When we come to Christ or come back to Christ, we have such joy and enthusiasm because all the weight of the world, of our worries, of our shame has been lifted. But it does not take long before the many of us start to compromise and wander back into trouble and heartache. When the psalmist sinned, he asked God to restore the joy all his people experience when we are saved. When we stay mindful of our salvation and are steadfast in our dedication to the one who has saved us, ask God to renew your salvation and joy. That sentence ending kind of weird. Let's read it one more time. Restoration of salvation, joy. When we come to Christ or come back to Christ, We have such joy and enthusiasm because all the weight of the world, of our worries, and of our shame has been lifted. But it does not take long before many of us start to compromise and wander back into trouble and heartache. When the psalmist sinned, he asked God to restore the joy all his people experience when we are saved. When we stay mindful of our salvation and are steadfast in our dedication to the one who saved us. Ask God to renew your salvation, your joy. And that is the end of our daily one year Bible read, day 67. Now we want to read that last piece one more time. Not really read that one more time, but we're going to grab our word from there today, right? When we come to Christ or come back to Christ, we have such joy and enthusiasm because all the weight of the world, out of our worries and of our shame has been lifted. I'm here to remind you today, that's not your burden to carry. You know, it's not your burden to carry. You know, it's not your burden to carry. I feel like I needed that. I talk out loud. I talk to myself a lot. A lot of these times when I'm doing these reads, right, and I'm talking to y'all in the chat, right, I talk to myself like this, right, um, like in third person, like in third person. So this is not bizarre for me to talk to y'all in chat because this is how I talk to myself, right? Um, so I don't know if you guys ever think that I'm talking at you guys. I'm honestly talking to myself a lot of the times, right? And I understand the way I talk, right? So I'm receptive to that way that I speak, um, and it's okay. It's okay. It's not my burden to carry. Don't wander back because you got saved from that place. Don't wander back because you were saved from that place. It's not your burden to carry. And that is the end of today's When Your Bible Read. I hope you guys enjoy that last little piece there, because it's not your burden to carry. Um, it's not your burden to carry. I find some peace in that. Okay, but there's another thing I wanted to share with you guys today. There's another book that I was reading. Oh, this phone is dead. So it means it's up today, man. I'm gonna try to join next live. Hey, I appreciate you, Cash Money. Always, bro. Well, I was gonna do this other part of this thing with you on this stream, but I guess I'll have to do it on a different stream. I have another book I wanna let's do with you guys. I won't be the one reading it, but I have a whole thing written out for it, right? I didn't write it at the same time, but things just kind of work out. Things kind of work out. You kind of find like the pieces of the puzzle, you know? And this one came I wrote a script last night about something, and then today I found a book that perfectly went with that script, and I felt like I was meant to share it with y'all, um, at the same time as that, but the phone is dead on the other side, so looks like that's supposed to be saved for a different stream. So we're gonna leave this as the one year Bible stream right now, and maybe we might show up again later on today. We'll see, or maybe tomorrow-ish. Um, but the boy wants to do the outro with his dad, so we all got that. What baby? That limitless core. Oh, no PPs in the camera. Limitless core, baby. I appreciate you. I might even love you, but I'm for sure glad you woke up today. You have a great one. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for if you join the community, thank you for joining the community. We appreciate you over here. Um, and y'all have a great rest of your Thursday. It's almost Friday. It's almost that Friday. Um, and thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for real, for real. Y'all have a great one. And we're out of here. Peace.